Hi, this is Professor Calico Vargas. I am currently in the 2020-2021 school year a visiting assistant professor for CSUP in the social work department. I would love to help simplify Tavera a bit for us this semester in spring 2021. So I wanted to kind of record myself using this on Zoom for you. I will start off by sharing my screen. Tavera is the software program we use in our program, and it does all things field. So you can find agency information, you can see and keep track of timesheets and logging your hours, you can create your learning plan and continue working on a live document of that, do midterm check-ins, you can message people. It's a very useful tool, and we are going to expand on that a little now so that you can see the ease of the access. So this is just my faculty and staff screen for CSUP. If you go to the homepage for CSUP and you put in the search engine social work and hit search, it will take you here to your results, which you're going to click on the social work page, click on field practicum. And as you scroll down, you can see there are admission requirements for MSW and BSW, the field coordinator's next steps, and keep going. You will find down here at the bottom, very, very important, are field manuals for social work programs in the BSW and MSW, as well as this link right here to Tavera. Simple click on Tavera link. It'll take you to the Tavera page for login. You're just going to plug in your email address as your username and whatever password that you chose, and then click login. And after that, it's going to take you to Tavera overall. So I'm going to try to create this video for everyone so that our students and our staff and field instructors can all see sort of what the uses are here. When I go into my supervision role, I have program tasks, and simply clicking on that will show me from all of the different students I have the weekly timesheets. It will show me the midterm check-ins. It'll show me the learning plan. Whatever I need to review and sign off on will be there. And if I am training or looking for students and staff, I will click the students and staff button. I'm going to go more here. You can do first name, last name. I'm going to put student in as just our test so that I can show you how this works. The plus button is all you need to access to find out information about your student. Name, email will be in here, last name, the program that the student's in. You can see the site the student is working in, the classes the student has, who's supervising the student. Okay. Documents are in here as well, and that's really important for the liaisons, which are the class teachers. If you want to go back and look at something that the student has already turned in, this is where you can find it. Same thing, field instructors. This is where information is stored for the student. Let's start with the learning plan. The learning plan needs to be turned in within the first 2 to 3 weeks of school. Super important. It's just you sitting down as a student and a field instructor, kind of planning out what your semester will look like. It doesn't have to be, the best document you've ever created. We do like you to have full sentences, correct spelling and grammar. But it's a place to start. It's a place where you start to envision, what will this term look like for me? And how am I going to hit all 9 competencies for social work? So that gets turned in the first 2 to 3 weeks. You will then begin tracking your hours also. As soon as you start working in the field, start tracking your hours. This is an hours log. So this gives you the example where the student's going to fill this in, and then they will sign off on it. It will be given to their field instructor, the person giving them supervision in the field, to sign off on, and then it will go to the field liaison or the classroom instructor. Really important with this is to know that as an MSW generalist student, we're looking at a minimum of 16 hours a week, And as an advanced standing student, we're looking for 18. So make sure you're tracking those hours. Make sure as a supervisor in the field or in the classroom that you are, aware of what's being hit. This is just for 1 week. And over here you see the cumulative. And if there's an area that isn't getting any hours, you're going to want to address that and try to make sure that those hours are tracked and that they are happening. So we also have what's called the midterm evaluation then. The midterm evaluation should be done around week 7. And I'm not able to really give you a great picture of this one here, but you can see sort of the midterm evaluation happening in this section. And that will be, again, the field instructor with the student. And then once both sign off, it will go to the field liaison. We will then take a look at, once you have completed that first step, that learning plan, after everybody signs off on it, it is going to transfer what the student has written into their final plan and final evaluation. So everything will show up here in the activity section under each competency. And this is now a live document, and we really want you to be paying attention to this throughout the semester, updating it regularly with anything that you're doing, any activity that's showing that competency being met. And then there's a section over here to the right that will be also filled out by the field instructor. And since this document is living while you're in the field, I recommend staying up to date on it regularly. Some professors prefer you to put a date in on activities. Some professors ask you to take a look at it weekly. Some just leave it up to you, but it's a super important document because it is going to show everyone what you've actually done over the course of the semester. And when we have CSWE come in, this will be something that is looked at. You can see under the competencies in the place for you to write, you will also have an overall rating for each competency, which none should be not applicable. If you're going to be marking a 1 does not meet expectations, please meet with the field liaison. Please meet with the student. Let's get everybody to meet expectations or exceed. That is the goal here. Personally, I would love all of our students to exceed expectations, and I believe they can. So here is the bottom where the student will then sign, the field instructor will sign, and it will be sent to the field liaison to sign. And this is the thing that needs to be done before the end of the term. It really has to be done. Super important. Make sure you listen to your instructor for details on that, and your liaison. What works for their schedules? When does it need to be finalized? When does your liaison need to, how much time do they need to read it over before they turn in for your final grades? So I hope that this has been helpful. I'm going to recap really quickly. Roles and tags again, back up to details. When you come into the program, expect that your learning plan is the first thing you're going to really try to get scheduled in the first 1 to 2 weeks. Then you're going to start from week 1 forward, filling out those timesheets as well. You will have a site visit, and that can happen right now with COVID on Zoom or in person if everyone is comfortable with that. But that needs to happen in the first 4 to 5 weeks of the semester. So learning plan, first 2 to 3 weeks, site visit, first 4 to 5 weeks. Then you are going to continue with those timesheets. Midterm check-in will happen. The field liaison will touch base with the student and field instructor by checking their form that they've filled out for 1, which will be due around week 7. And then they will also possibly check in with an email, a phone call, or another scheduled Zoom visit. And then the last thing to be turned in is going to be the final learning plan. So that's the one that is the live document that you've been working on throughout the semester. And if you have any questions or need any help in any way, please reach out. I'm happy to assist. And if I don't know the answer to something, I will try very hard to find out. Wishing you well, appreciating all of you for your work in the field with our students, with the community members. We are so grateful to have you, students and staff and community field instructors as a part of our team, and we really appreciate everything you're doing. Take care.